everyone, Janie here, and today I'm going to share some cards I made using this card sketch that I designed. And you can also find this sketch on my Crafter's Castle blog, which will be linked below in the description box, and you can download it from there. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that has come up with this design. In fact, it's almost impossible to come up with anything original nowadays. For the cards I'm making, I'm using this Recollections Peppermint Stripe 6x6 paper pad from Michaels, but you can also use any paper. In fact, this paper here that I used a few weeks ago for my patchwork Christmas cards would also be perfect for this design. Let me show you my cards.
And after I show you my cards, we'll put one together so that you can see how to put it together. Even though it is pretty self-explanatory, sometimes it helps to watch. So, none of these cards are decorated, but I wanted to show you how I did it. So here's one, and let me find the strip. These are leftover strips, by the way, from the 6x6 papers that I'm going to use to make more cards. Okay, so I'm not throwing these out, but I wanted to show you that there is that. Flip it over, and there is that piece. So with the one piece of 6x6 cardstock, I was able to get all of this all from one. But in a little while, I'm going to show you how you can mix and match if you want. But I just wanted to show you the ones that I've made. So there's that, and that's where I got this one from. And I just think these are so beautiful. So here's another one, and again, double-sided. It is so easy to do. Also, these are going landscape direction, and these are going portrait direction. So depending on the pattern of your paper and how you want to do it, because these actually could go either way. But I decided that I wanted some that were going portrait, since the rest of them were going landscape direction. And again, you know, double-sided. But where is it? Hold on, I have one. Here it is. This is the one that I want to show you, because look, it's not the same. And why? Because the card that we're going to be making, I just switched back and forth on the one side. So we never did use the back side. Here, hold on one second. I'm going to grab it and bring it over here. Well, not all of it. Actually, here's a piece right here. Okay, so I used these two pieces together on here. And I did not use the back side on any of them because I mixed and matched. So the card that we're going to be making, this is the flip side. Not the flip side, I mean, but this is the rest of it. That's what I really meant to say, the rest of it. So, you know, there's those pieces, and I pulled that out, and it's the same thing. There's that, and the rest of those pieces are going on that one. So you can mix and match, or you can just use the, you know, front side and back side of the double-sided paper. So these are my beautiful cards, and I think they're beautiful just the way they are, but they're going to be even more beautiful when they're decorated. So before we get to decorating, let's put one together. This card sketch was designed for cards that are 5 by 6.5. And I got these at Michaels. They're Recollections, so they are pre-scored card bases and envelopes. And then also by Recollections from Michaels, I'm using this gold paper. It's a gold foil paper. It is not cardstock, and I'll show you what I mean. It is paper. Okay. And I'm also using this Peppermint Stripe 6x6 paper pad, again from Recollections, that you can get at Michaels. And I'll actually put links to everything at Michaels below in the description box, because you can get it online, but I'm not an affiliate with Michaels or anything. But I love this paper pad. I fell in love with it. The papers are double-sided, and you get 2 of each. So, for example, there's 2. And some of these you're only going to see one because I've already torn the other one out to make the cards. But it's just a beautiful paper pack full of fun patterns, a lot of candy stripe and things like that. And it even comes with little cutouts that you can use. And let me get back here a little bit further. You can cut these out for little strips to go on your cards, or you can just use it for the card. But anyways, I fell in love with this, so I'm using this. Okay, so I've got all of my pieces here to put it together. I'm not going to go over dimensions because they were on the sketch at the beginning of the video, and they'll be on the sketch on my blog. So I've got my card base here, and this is the first layer, and it's going to reflect everything. It's like a mirror. You're going to get to see me in it. So I'm just going to turn that over. You can use double-sided tape. I'm not comfortable with double-sided tape on things that I need wiggle room for. So I am just going to put glue on the back of here. All right, this is ready to go on, and I'm just going to center it like so. Okay, I'll try to turn it so you don't have to look at the camera and me and everything. All right, and let me show you something I like to do. Just in case, you know, there's anything on my fingers, I don't want to leave any smudges. So I'm just going over this with a Kleenex to, you know, press it all down. I'm sure you could do this with a paper towel. If it wasn't shiny, I like to flip it over and, you know, rub the back. But it's shiny and I just don't want anything to get on it. Okay, so that's done. Now we're going to start and we're going to put the top and bottom strips on. But before we do that, I'm going to be inking the edges with Distress ink, and this is Fired Brick, which was the best color for this actually. And so I'm just going to ink all of the edges of all of these pieces right here. Now, I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me ink all of the edges, but I will tell you that the reason I'm doing it is because the papers have white edges. Let me see if I can show you the difference on camera. I don't know if you can see that, but that really has a white edge, and now this one does not. And that is the reason why I do it, because I just don't like that stark white edge, and I tend to ink everything, and I like the look that it gives as well. So I'm going to finish this. Well, I only have one more to do, and I'll be right back. By the way, inking the edges is optional, and it's just something that I like to do. So now I'm always running out of glue. Have you guys ever noticed that, you know, I'm having to wait for the glue to get to the end of the nozzle, the tip here? That's because I use my glue a lot. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is line it up so that you have about 1/8 of an inch on all 3 sides so that it's even. You don't have to get out a ruler and measure. You just want to make sure, hello, you just want to make sure that it's even right around the edges. So kind of make sure that's right where I want it. And I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom. We're going to save the middle for last because it will just be easier to make sure that everything lines up. It's kind of like when I'm adding, you know, gems or embellishments to something. If I'm doing 3, I will start with the ends first so that I can get the middle one lined up just right. Okay. Oh, I hate that when the glue oozes out and it's foil. Okay, so I've got that on there, and now we'll put this one on and it'll be done. That's how easy this sketch is to do. Super easy, and that's what I wanted to come up with, was something that was easy and yet pretty. You know, I mean, you have the ability to make this any way you want, because obviously I'm doing this for Christmas. You could do this for birthdays and Father's Day, Mother's Day, whatever you want. By the way, line this up in the middle, again, trying to leave equal space because you want it to have the same space in between each of these spaces and around the edges. So just make sure that everything lines up all the way down. And I really hate that little spot. And there you go. That's done. That easy. But like I said, this is good for any occasion. It doesn't have to be for Christmas. You know, you can use whatever papers you want. You don't even have to use, you know, a foil piece for the background, for the first layer there. But I like that. It just seems to give it something special, you know, make it look a little bit more elegant. So there we go. And again, that card can go this direction or this direction, depending on how you put the decorations on. But always make sure that your pattern, if you have pattern paper, that it is going the direction you want the card to go. Okay, I'll be right back. To decorate my cards, I'm going to be using these Recollections stickers from Michaels, and there are 2 packs in one. You get 24 pieces. These are really nice, and I've got 2 different packs, so they're filled with a variety of stickers, and I'm not going to go through all of them, but you're going to see a few of them, you know, right here. And they are stickers, but some of them I think I want to pop up with either foam squares or, you know, foam tape. And I'm going to take the backing off because I'm afraid if I don't, that the sticker will peel off and the backing will be left there on the foam tape. So let me show you what I've got. And one of the first things I want to show you is if you don't want, you know, to get stickers like that, you can use die cuts to put on the front. And actually I really like this on this one. I was torn. I had another setup on here with stickers, and then I made this to show you, which it's just reflecting like crazy, but I made this to show you because I thought, oh, well, I want you to see a different option. You know, you might have a, you know, you might die cut an oval or a circle or a square to put on there and put something in the center, or die cut something like Merry Christmas and put that on there. So I wanted you to see that option. So let me see if I can get those where you can see them. Yep, they're reflecting pretty good. But what I originally had on there was 2 of the stickers, and I was going to put them on like this. Now, I want your opinion because I probably will not put this card together, this one right here, until after you all leave comments. Okay, so what I want to know is, do you like it like this with those stickers on there? Or do you like it with just the Merry Christmas on there, which I don't have centered right now, but I just wanted to show you. If it wasn't reflecting, you could see it a lot better. Looks great in person. Anyways, tell me what you think. So I'm going to set that one aside for now. But please, please, please leave me a comment below and just let me know stickers or Merry Christmas. Okay? So let's get to work. For example, this one here, it says, oh dear. This one I actually wanted to use the foam tape on, and I just bent it trying to get this off. There we go. It's pretty strong. I'm actually also afraid that by peeling off the back and putting on the foam tape that it still might stick all the way down. So we're going to find out, because I'm going to do it, and you know, if it screws up, well, it'll be a lesson learned for both of us, because you're getting to see it right here on camera. So, let me see. Got that on there. Let me get a couple more little pieces on there. So that's another thing, you know, I'd like to know, do you guys like to use foam tape to pop things up? Or do you like to just glue them, you know, straight down on your project? I'd really like to know. So you can also answer that question below in the comments. And one more little piece. Actually, I have a little piece right here. And I think that's good enough. So I don't think I will do this with all of them. I think some of them I'm going to glue straight down, but I do like dimension. I mean, I love dimension, actually. I don't just like it. I love it. Okay, make sure my card is going the right direction, opening the right way. And get that right about where I think is close enough to center. Let's see. Okay, I'm happy with that. So, there's that one. And it is staying popped up nicely. So let me set that one aside. Now this one, I think I'm going to just stick it directly on there. So, I don't know. Oh, I'm so torn because I do like dimension. Ugh. Or just directly on there. Okay. I'm going to give this one dimension too. So, tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to speed things up with a little bit of music, and you can watch me put these on the front because it's not like this is a tutorial putting these on. So I'm going to give you a little Christmas music to listen to. Okay, I have them all decorated, and I'm pretty sure you all saw the boo-boo I made with this one because I forgot to remove the backing before I put on the foam tape. But it's really on there good, so I'm not going to worry about it. And I'll wait on this one to decorate after I hear from you guys below in the comments. But I am going to be putting up individual pictures of these as the video is ending, and I'll have a picture of this one both ways. So be sure to let me know, and don't forget that not only was this card sketch on the screen at the beginning of the video if you wanted to just pause it and write it down, but you'll also be able to download it from my blog, Crafter's Castle, and I'll have a link to that below in the description box. Happy crafting, everyone. Bye-bye.